Good afternoon, viewers. This is Emonews, and today we speak with Marvlin. She is from the town of Portsmouth, and today her brother is missing at sea. We are going to speak with her, and she's going to give us an update on this development down at Portsmouth. From all reports, he has been missing since Wednesday of this week. So Miss Marvlin is here with us today, and she will tell us about her brother. Good afternoon, Marvlin.
Good afternoon, Emo.
What's your full name?
My full name is Marvlin Warner Wallace.
Marvlin Warner Wallace. Reports reaching Emonews that your brother is missing. Can you tell us your brother's name and what happened from the time, the last time you saw him, and when was he reported missing?
My brother's name is Everest Delphin Peter.
Everest Delphin Peter. Better known as
Delfeh.
Delfeh, yes. Is he a fisherman, or he's just doing casual fishing? He's just doing it for regular sports?
He's a fisherman, but he deals with fish pot.
Fish pots.
Yes.
When was he last seen?
On Wednesday morning.
Wednesday morning, and he has not returned ever since.
No.
Can you tell us about him, about your brother?
Well, my brother is an outspoken person, quiet. He has a lot of friends. He will make joke with everybody, and he preaches the gospel. He's a Christian, and he has how many years professing to people as Christianity and so on.
So you said about what time he left home on Wednesday?
He left home Wednesday around after 7, let's say around 7:10.
And why do you think that he is missing? I know he has not returned, but is that something that he would normally do?
No, the reason why I know he's missing, when he normally goes to raise his fish pot, the time he would come back home is either 10:30 or 11 o'clock. 12 o'clock would not take him on the seawater.
So that prompts you to...
Yes.
So what happened after that? Did you all make a report to the police?
Well, when I see 11 o'clock, he was not home. When it was 12 o'clock, he was not home. I called my nephew and I told him something is fishy because it is 12 o'clock and your grandfather is not home as yet. So my nephew said, "Auntie, if you have money on your phone, call his number." So I did call his number. When I called his number, the phone was ringing. My nephew came and he said, "Auntie, Grandpa phone in the room. Grandpa leave his phone at home." So when he said that, I break down because there is no communication. If something is wrong with him, that I can get him.
And then what happened after that?
Then when it was 1 o'clock, I went to the river where he normally pull up his boats. So like when he come out on sea, he pass through the Indian River and he go up the Indian River, is joining the Bar River. So it's there is where he tie his boat. So I went there to see if the boat is not there, maybe something is wrong with him, but the boat was not there.
So the boat was not there?
No.
Okay. What you did next?
So I went home. When it was 2 o'clock, I went back the same place where he was tying the boat, and it was not there. So from there, around 3 o'clock, I went to Glanville. There's a fella by the name of David. When he come out and raise fish ball, he normally sell fish to him. So I went and asked David if he see him for the morning and if he came out from sea already. So David tell me no. He did not see him for the morning and he haven't come out from sea. Anytime he go, he would always bring fish for him. So I said, okay. I stayed there a while, maybe until 4. And then I start walking down towards Portsmouth. But then when I was going down, I see some boats coming up. So I went back up to see if he might not be one out of the boats. None of them was. So I came down and I went to the police station and I made a report. It was like after 5 minutes to 6.
That's on Wednesday.
That was on Wednesday.
Do you know if the police officers or Coast Guard was notified? I mean, well, if they are out there searching?
Well, I don't know if the police officers from Portsmouth was out there, but I know my nephew called the Coast Guard in Roseville and give them an information, and they said they would get back to him. But they did not get back to him. So my daughter, which is Heather Vidal, she called the Coast Guard. They take information from her again, and they said they will call her back, which they did. And when they call her back, they told her around 10 minutes from now, they are on the seawater going out in search of him.
So those of you joining me now, we are here reporting that Mr. Everest Delphin Peter is missing. He was last seen on Wednesday. He's a fisherman. So I'm here speaking to his sister, who is giving us an update. So what kind of person is he? I mean, is he somebody who would go out by himself, go and do not return?
No, he normally go and see with one brother in Christ with him, which is Hubert Seaman. But on that particular Wednesday, he went by himself alone because he said his freezer is empty and he's not the person that really eats chicken. So he was only going to raise 2 fish pots, that is what he said to me, to come back. So he did not ask the fellow to go with him on that day.
So we are not sure where he left off from. Is it from Longhouse or Bellhole? Because these are the 2 spots who said that he usually fish.
Yeah, but if his boat is in the river up Sugarloaf Way, he'd have to come down through the Indian River and fall on the sea. But his fish pot and them is up Longhouse side, not Bellhole. He used to have his fish pot and them in Bellhole before, but presently his fish pot and them is up Longhouse side.
Are you aware that are the other fishermen aware that he is missing?
Yes. Some of the fishermen are aware that him, because some of them was on the water yesterday in search of him.
A lot of people in Portsmouth say they are not even aware of that. So that is why I'm here to speak with you, so folks can know that he is missing. What would you like from the general public, the Portsmouth community, especially the fishermen, especially those who can maybe swim or maybe go and help look for him?
Well, what I would really like to see, let us come together as a community. And when our brothers or our sisters are in distress, let us come together to work together to see what we can do. Even that will give the family some consolation, because like the family see that everybody coming on board to see what they can do. Whether the search would not be successful, but when they come on board, you feel something like people care for one another in the community. So I'm asking the fishermen and them, I'm asking them who that went out already. I was grateful for it. But if some others could still assist in trying to locate him wherever he is, I would be grateful for it.
How does that make you feel that your brother is missing?
Well, I will not lie to tell you. I was trying to cope with it from the time it happened. But presently, I broke down because I don't have mother. I don't have father. He is my big brother. I'm the last out of 7 children. And he was like a father and a mother figure in my life. So I take it real hard.
Any final comments? Your brother is missing. Any final comments?
Well, the Coast Guard, I appreciate everything that they are doing for us, the family. Even today, they are out again since Wednesday. They were out from Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Today they are out, and they called Matnik and Guadeloupe. And it's because of their effort to help us why French Martinique could call me this morning, because it was from them they got my number.
So you got a call from French Martinique?
Yes.
What did they say to you?
The man told me he's calling on behalf of my brother who went missing on Wednesday, that the police gave them the information. So he called me to ask me some questions. He asked me where was the last place somebody saw him. I told him where, and I told him it's a fisherman who saw him. And then he asked me what color is the boat. So I tell him I'm not sure what color is the boat. So he tell me when I get to know what color, message him on WhatsApp. So I told him on the number he called me doesn't have WhatsApp. So I gave him another number which I have WhatsApp on it. And I sent it to, he write it down, and then immediately after he gets it, he called me back. He spoke, and then I told him the boat is white and orange.
White and orange.
But then when I check you, but you would say he had changed it from blue to blue outside and orange inside. So that is, you have to tell me any information I get after that to send it for him. So he told me they have some plane up in the air looking for him, and he told me they have search and rescue team on the sea. So he told me anything they get, they will contact me, or any other information I would get, I could call him because I have his number to let him know what is happening.
I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy that the French is on board in search of Mr. Everest Peter of Zika, Portsmouth. He went missing on Wednesday. I don't know the exact date of Wednesday, but Wednesday of this week, and he's yet to return. So we ask that you keep the family in your prayers. We hope that Mr. Peter will be found alive. We hope that he will come back to his family and friends, his relatives here in Portsmouth, and we are calling on the Portsmouth community to show support to this family, because you know how it is when you are going through this ordeal. So we want to say thank you to Miss Marvelyn for giving us this interview. We want to say thank you to the Coast Guard for being out there. We want to say thank you to the police officers, whoever contacted the French authority. Thank you so much, and we are hoping for good news. Thank you, Marvel, for speaking to Emonews, and I hope that he will return safe to you all.
You're welcome, and by God's grace, I trust that we will see him back at his home, especially that his wife is bedridden. She's a sick person, she had a stroke, and the wife depends on him, and we cannot tell her anything, because if we tell her anything, she might not show us any bad face, but she can think about it and she can get another stroke, and that maybe can just take her home. So we're just trying to do what we can.
Thank you so much for speaking to Emonews. So there you have it, Emonews live in Portsmouth with Marvelyn, and she gives us an update on her brother who is missing at sea. Thank you all for viewing, and keep the family in your prayers.